Whoa. What is up, my people? Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope everything is amazing for you all, as always. I'm your host, the Honorable Octavius.Haye, and this is the WACCast podcast. So with that being said, let's talk whack to 'em. Blueface and ChriseanRock have done exactly what we all said that they were going to do. ChriseanRock had that baby. She put it on live, and that was the beginning of the new era of TV drama for these two. They are living out reality TV on social media for all of us to see. Blueface, okay, so let's just get right into it. So we already know that ChriseanRock named the baby after herself. The baby's name is ChriseanRock Jr. We already know that Blueface has been skeptical on if he is the father of that baby. And all this is blown up. Now, we saw ChriseanRock, she had the baby at a Walmart. Baby was bent, was leaning back, bent over while she's holding it. She not really tripping off for the baby. Blueface then goes ahead and posts a picture of the baby's private area with a hernia sticking out the baby, saying that ChriseanRock will not take the baby to the hospital. Blueface is alleging that ChriseanRock is more focused on going out and turning up and making her club appearances than take care of the child. Now, ChriseanRock went crazy about this, crying about why Blueface showed the baby's private area online, and there's been a little bit back and forth about that. Now, furthermore, ChriseanRock's ex said the baby is not Blueface's, and that is, I guess, implying that the baby is his. Now, Blueface is coming out and taking advantage of that and saying he got one baby mama till further notice. The only thing to have him pull up for is a DNA test. They took a DNA test before, but Blue said he wasn't 100% on that. He didn't really buy the results. He thought that the DNA test looked fake. Blueface said he wants his own test. All this drama, day after day, another thing going on. Man, this is sad. This is what we all fear would happen when ChriseanRock announced she was pregnant. That this poor child will be used for drama, for clicks, for clout, for their name to be brought up everywhere. And it's working because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody has an opinion about it. Shade Room's posting everything back and forth. All the big platforms are talking about it. Even my little platform talking about it. It is crazy. So sorry for this little baby. The hernia thing, his back being bent up. He might get scoliosis from all this. He's still forming and all that. The little baby, little ChriseanRock Jr. This is so sad, and the worst part about it is, for me, is I'm thinking this might be staged. This might be staged for they shows on Zeus, on the Zeus network, because there's no way that these two people could possibly be thinking that all this is all right, or could be doing this with nothing to gain from it. Their names are being brought up every single day. ChriseanRock is going live, just talking about it every single day. Blueface is tweeting something out about it. He was just on Adam 22's platform talking about it a little bit. You got WAC 100, which you already know WAC 100 likes the drama. He's saying stuff about it, calling out ChriseanRock and threatening to expose her. And if I'm right, and my thought process is right, and that this is all staged and fake, this is so sad. This child's got to live with this. They got to grow up knowing all this stuff happened. The baby's privacy was exposed. If it's real, then I don't know how mad I am at. I think it was the wrong thing for Blueface to do, but if anything to get the baby some medical help, if Chrisean is not doing that, I guess you got to do what you got to do. If it's fake, then what was the point of this? Just take that baby to the hospital. And honestly, if this continues on, somebody need to come and get that child, because it's clear that they're willing to put this child through all type of agony for their own selfish advancements in their career. They're trying to do anything to cause any drama. They was beefing, and all of a sudden Chrisean shows up in Blueface's music video. Blueface been going back and forth with Lil Baby. They're having their back and forth drama. 1 minute they love each other, 1 minute they hate each other, pretending like she's signing. ChriseanRock pretending like she's signing to Blueface, but she's not. This is getting ridiculous and getting out of hand. But as long as we're going to keep talking about it, as long as it's going to keep drumming up news, I guess they're going to keep doing it. And then that brings the dilemma, well, dang, how responsible are we then if we keep shining light on it and keep talking about it, right? But if you don't, everybody else is going to. I don't know. This is just become a mess. It is something we all predicted would happen. This is why I really wish she didn't have that baby, but she's had the baby. She's got the baby with her, and now the baby is a part of the drama and the storylines, unfortunately. What do y'all think, though? Do y'all think this is real? Do y'all think that this is really going out? This drama is real, that's between them, and they just two ignorant people with a baby? Do y'all think that this is staged for the reality show or just, for clout? And what do you think for the child, man? Because I think that that's the only true victim in all of this. ChriseanRock is not a victim. She's a psychopath. I think that's clear as day. ChriseanRock, everybody feels sorry for her because of Blue. No, she's not the innocent. She needs mental help, not to be taking care of a child. But do y'all agree? Let me know. Joe Budden's got enemies in these streets. Now, nothing new for Joe. He's known for beefing. And now he's getting into it with Tasha K. After Tasha K was on the Joe Budden podcast, where they proceeded to have an interview with her. Never got put out. Cardi B came out and said she felt like Joe Budden was coming for her because Joe Budden didn't like her song with Meg Thee Stallion. And then Joe goes ahead and interviews Tasha K after Cardi B, had that lawsuit against her. Now, the Cardi B, I would say, Joe Budden don't owe you nothing. Who he does have on his platform or doesn't have on his platform, unless you're funding it, you should trip. And he don't have to cut himself off from anybody just because you don't like them. I think the nerve of some of these artists sometimes is think that everybody's supposed to do what they want them to do. You're not paying his bills. He can talk to people who he wants to talk to. Now, let's go on from that. Because Joe Budden did not put that tape out, and it was speculation that it was because he did not want to upset Cardi B. Well, Tasha K decided to run with this and go off on Joe Budden and talk about he industry, he's scary, and all this other type of stuff, and called him out for not supporting a black woman and supporting black content creators. To which Joe Budden comes out and says, look here, girl, I was probably going to put it out. I just had to edit it and look over a couple things with my lawyers, make sure I couldn't get sued. But since you want to, just go buck wild crazy out of nowhere for your little, get a little, attention on and people talking about you, I'm not gonna put it out no more. So now you're not gonna be able to be on my platform, and I'm not gonna put this show out. You'll never be on my platform again. Now, I was guessing that was actually what it was. I was guessing that Joe's probably just editing it, and he doesn't put stuff out right away. He'll sit with something for a minute. I know this for a fact because I know whenever Academics goes on this platform, Academics says, oh yeah, I'm going to go record with Joe, and we might not see it for like a month or something. So I was thinking she's probably just being impatient, and he's probably going to put it out later. He does a lot of shows, so he doesn't have to put things out right away all the time. But lo and behold, Tasha K, she talked herself out of a situation where she could have had a good relationship with Joe Budden. She decided not to. And I think Joe was just like, yo, man, and I'm Virgo, so I get where Joe coming from. He like, bro, if there's already trouble like this and ain't nothing even happened yet, I don't even want to get into it with you. Because Tasha K type person who loses money, she just makes claims and she can't defend herself in court, and she loses money, and I ain't trying to have her lose none of my money by platforming her, and then she say some wild stuff. And then on top of that, it's like, I see what kind of person you is. Like, I think Joe himself said he's like, when you mess with pigs, or you get into the pig style with the pigs, you gonna get dirty too. Something to that degree, and that's true. And when you mess with those type of people who are, just clout chasers, just the shock jocks who just want to cause drama and stir up some mess and spread rumors, it's going to affect you too. I think Joe was willing to have a conversation with her to understand her. But all this drama, all the fallout from this has kind of turned him off. And then, of course, Adam22 comes in and is trolling and calling Joe Budden Ho Budden and all type of stuff. And, Joe and Adam's relationship has been kind of rocky over the years. I think that Joe just really looked at this situation and said, this is goofy. These are two goofs. I don't have to deal with them. And, that's how I feel about it, too, because I don't think Joe did anything wrong. I think if Joe Budden did want to release that, he don't got to release that. But you can disagree with Joe. Like, if I had an interview with Joe and he didn't release it, I would be upset. But I'm not going to ruin that relationship based off of him not wanting to put something on his own platform, his footage on his platform. If he don't want to do that, he don't want to do that. You just try to get a good relationship with him and say, well, hey, is there a way we can do something else to where we can release it? I will, And I get where Tasha K's coming from. She said she gave him a great interview. She gave him all, and went deep with him, and I guess gave him some good, some clickbaity stuff to work with. So I understand where she's coming from. She feel like it wasn't appreciated, but there's a way to go about it, and hopefully Tasha K learns from this experience and learns to communicate with people instead of just jumping the gun, going buck wild crazy and not trying to see what's really going on. Because it could have been a timeline where we get to see this interview, and I'd be curious about it. But yeah, that's the lesson there. Cardi B, blogs, media don't owe you nothing. They can talk to whoever they want to. Tasha K, chill out, take a breath. Don't let yourself get upset. Communicate with the person. It may just be a misunderstanding. And Joe Budden, maybe you need to pick better quality of people and let people, when people show you where they are, let them be where they are, and you just go and do your own thing. That's my 2 cents on it. Do you think Joe's right? Do you think that Tasha's right? Do you think one of them is wrong or nobody's wrong? Everybody's entitled to their opinions. And what do you think about Cardi B being upset with Joe Budden for even interviewing her in the first place? I wanted to talk about the escalating beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So they had a little back and forth, I guess, at the awards show. And from there, their husbands actually ended up getting into it. So Big Zoo was out with his friends outside telling Offset to come outside. They want to fight him. All this other stuff. Big Zoo telling Offset to plan his funeral instead of planning for a vacation. And I'm like, why would Nicki allow this man to do this with all her reputation and what she got on the line? And then about a week later, Nicki's with some other goons at Queen Radio talking about there's a difference between making calls and calling shots and trying to look like a boss. And I'm like, oh, that's why Nicki let him do it. She's a dweeb too. They're both dweebs. What the heck are y'all doing? And I gotta say this, man. This street stuff is corny. This y'all lining up, talking all slick stuff, throwing fingers, hands up in gangs and groups. I mean, y'all look so corny doing this. I don't know who told y'all this was cool or tough or hard. Anytime I see anybody talking tough, acting like they street dudes, they always, in recording themselves, they always look mad corny, and I wish y'all would stop doing it. But it's even cornier when you're a superstar of Nicki Minaj's caliber and you got your husband out here making threats, talking about somebody finna die. You on here talking tough like you a pop star. Like, chill out. Now, because of this stupidity, her husband, who's on probation, he's been put on house arrest by a judge because of the threatening words he had for Offset on that video. So I just gotta say, right now it seems like everything is chilled out. I gotta say this. Just stop it. If y'all want to get on wax, y'all rappers, get on wax and make songs. Other than that, this like tough guy, I'm a gangbanger, I run the streets. Stop it. Nicki, no you don't. You run your mouth. And that's one thing I do like about this happening, is that it's bringing to light a lot of the BS stuff that Nicki do. Because I think a lot of people give Nicki a pass too much, and for years I have been saying what a lot of people are saying. Yo, Nicki Minaj is a jerk, dude. She's not a nice person. She's not a person you want to deal with. She's an entitled a-hole who throws her weight around and acts like a little spoiled, privileged brat. And I'm happy that more people are calling it out. You got Jason Lee calling it out and bringing up stories. You got academics talking about it. I've seen her go off on people, go off on grown men like she can really do something to them. I mean, just the reason she gets upset with people. I remember her being mad at Charlemagne because he said that Iggy Azalea had the best year one year. Stop talking to him. Her going off about, I think it was not A$AP Rocky. What's his name? Travis Scott selling merch and that going towards his album sales when she was doing the same thing. The whine and complain about not being appreciated, she's always appreciated. But it's never enough for her because her ego, Nicki's ego, is so big. It's never enough. No matter how much you do show appreciation, she's always going to complain about that one time you didn't. And so I'm happy that this is bringing that kind of stuff to light and more people realize, what a jerk she is. I know she'll always have the barbs and they'll stand for her for as long as time goes. And that's what that is. But at least let's stop painting this narrative that Nicki's this underappreciated woman. She's super appreciated, even though she's super rude and nasty. And this whole beef has shown just how petty and nasty and low-key dumb she is. To be taking it to this level where your husband is under house arrest because he's threatening the life of somebody because y'all have industry beef. Y'all beefing over who's a bigger artist and who sells the most numbers. Like, get over yourself for real. But what do y'all think about it, man? Am I tripping? Is Nicki defending herself? Is Cardi defending herself? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Is everybody dumb? So that's the show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and getting this whack wisdom, and I hope that you come back next week to get a little bit more from me. As always, if you listen to this on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time new content drops on the channel. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, please make sure to like, follow, review, subscribe, comment, anything you can on those platforms. That'll also help the channel out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is the WACCast podcast, and I am whacking off.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.